The masses of all atoms are compared to a standard. Originally, hydrogen was taken as the standard unit and given a value of 1 atomic mass unit corresponding to the single proton in its nucleus. Compared to hydrogen, therefore, oxygen would have an atomic mass of 16, equal to the number of protons and neutrons in its nucleus. A carbon-12 atom has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Therefore, its AMU is equal to 12. A magnesium-12 atom has 12 protons and 12 neutrons. Therefore, its AMU is equal to 24. Nowadays, hydrogen is not taken as the standard, as it has been found to be contaminated with large amounts of deuterium. Instead, 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom, which has the same mass as a hydrogen atom, is used. This means the AMUs are the same. So oxygen has 16 times the mass of 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom, and magnesium 24 times, etc. The relative atomic mass, or RAM, of an element is the number of times an atom of that element is heavier than 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom. Using 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom as a standard, we can also compare the mass of molecules. The relative molecular mass, RMM, is the number of times an average molecule of a substance is heavier than 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom. The RMM of a substance is calculated as the total of the RAM of all the atoms of the various elements that make up the molecule. The more general term of relative formula mass is used so as not to limit the concept to molecular compounds only. Relative formula mass is defined as the number of times the mass of a compound represented by its formula unit is heavier than 1/12 the mass of a carbon-12 atom. The following steps may be observed when determining the relative molecular mass or relative formula mass of a compound. 1. Identify the atoms or ions present. 2. Multiply the relative atomic mass of each atom or ion by the number of such atoms or ions present in the formula unit or molecule of the compound. Add the products obtained. Based on the definition of a mole, the mass of 1 mole of the atoms of any element is equal to its relative atomic mass. For example, a mole of carbon-12 atoms is 12 grams. A mole of hydrogen atoms is 1 gram. A mole of hydrogen molecules is 2 grams, etc. Given the relationship between RAM and RMM or RFM, it follows that 1 mole of a substance has the mass that is the same as the RFM or RMM expressed in grams and is simply referred to as the molar mass of that particular substance and is usually expressed in grams per mole. The RAM of gold is 197. This ring weighs 197 grams. Therefore, it contains 6.02 times 10 to the 23 gold atoms, or 1 mole of gold atoms. Note well, the molar mass of a diatomic substance is equal to twice its atomic mass. Oxygen is diatomic, hence its RMM equals 16 times 2, which is equal to 32 AMU. The molar mass of oxygen gas is 32 grams per mole.